Is organizing your craft items on your to-do list? In this short series of videos, I'll help you identify where best to store those items, what types of containers work best for you, and some things you might want to avoid. I'll also give you some important things to consider when making those organizing decisions and share some tips and tricks along the way. First, let's talk about basic general storage. Before you purpose or repurpose your first container, the very first question to ask is where in your abode will you store those supplies? Now, while having a craft room is every crafter's dream, so I would look out over the ocean, my ocean view with my big table, and then on the wall I would have over here my pegboard with all of my tools, and then I would have like my paintbrushes would all be out, my paints would all be right there, everything would be all right there. And then I would have shelves or maybe a cabinet or shelves with all of my different supplies, and they'd be all nicely organized. And I'm going to guess you're like me and you don't have that option. You might have a shelf in your coat or bedroom closet. Maybe you have a spare bedroom like I do that serves multiple purposes, including storing your craft items. Maybe you have a shelf in your garage. Whatever your situation, let's think outside of the box and come up with some options to create more space than you think you have. Let's take your coat closet. Can you move the coats to folks' bedroom closets? Or maybe install coat hooks by your front door to store your coats and convert that into a crafting closet. Even if you can't empty it completely, maybe you can reduce the contents and dedicate half the space for your craft storage. Can you clear a space in your bedroom closet to accommodate storage? How about an empty corner in your bedroom or under your bed? If you do have a spare room or garage, consider getting a shelf unit and adding casters. That way you can move the shelf around and not worry about blocking other items in the area. And don't limit yourself to just one location. Maybe you can't move anything out of your coat or bedroom closet, but have room on the shelves in both. Another thing to consider is actually where you do your crafting. While my supplies are stored in my spare bedroom, I do my crafting in the living room, which is at the opposite end of my apartment. That is why I store my most used supplies in the living room. Above all, your supplies need to be accessible. They need to be in a location that facilitates putting them away when you're finished, but more importantly, their location should not be a barrier to you crafting. So once you've identified your location, you now need to decide on your main containers. Now, before you grab the largest plastic bin to fill the space, let's think about a few things. Firstly, you want to make sure you use as much of the storage real estate as possible. This may mean that 2 smaller containers will provide more storage than 1 larger one. Also, think about how much weight you can lift onto that shelf. A larger container may end up weighing more than you want to handle. So plastic bins versus cardboard boxes. Plastic bins are going to be the sturdier option, and clear ones allow you to see the contents. However, the bottoms often are not flat and the edges rounded, which can make standing items upright inside difficult. Also, they have sloped sides, so the container is wider at the top than at the bottom, which essentially results in loss of storage space. And although you can find reasonably priced containers at Walmart and Big Lots, they'll still set back a few bucks. An important advantage with plastic, however, is that it is waterproof. So if you're going to place these on the floor of your garage or basement, definitely use plastic. Cardboard, on the other hand, is less expensive than plastic and might even be free. And while not as sturdy as plastic, it still will serve you for many years. They have flat bottoms and straight sides, making them much easier to organize the contents. While I do have plastic storage bins for certain items, my storage container of choice are cardboard banker boxes. You can pick these up at your local office supply store, and for about the price of 1 plastic bin, you can get 6 banker's boxes. For a bit more money, I picked up these patterned ones at Walmart. A bit more expensive than the plain ones, but I do like the improved look. I'm a huge proponent of reusing materials, so before you go out and buy storage containers, think about what you might already have that will fit the bill. Maybe you relocate items currently stored in plastic bins into cardboard boxes, or make use of those 101 Amazon boxes you received over the holidays. And contact paper from Dollar Tree is a great way to improve the look of the cardboard boxes. You may not even need to cover the entire thing. Just the front might do the trick. So take some time to identify the area or areas that you can use for craft storage, and consider both the size and type of larger container that you need. And be sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because in my next video, we'll talk about organizing those organizers, so to speak. If you thought this was a quality video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. But most of all, I hope that you have a quality day.
Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the